I'm redoing the bathroom and decorating it and trying to get all the pieces together. And I never use a shower curtain for the bathroom. I always use curtains because they're taller, fuller, and I always feel like a shower curtain is just really thin and stubby looking, like very short. So I've went through 4 sets of curtains trying to find what I was thinking in my head. Like, okay, I know what I wanted, but I just thought I had to find it. So after I sent the 4th curtain back, I thought, the drop cloth curtains that everyone uses, I wonder if those would work because they're very raw, linen-y, just very old looking. I like to use the word raw. They just look super raw to me. You can see that in the background. So I never did it before. And so it's kind of like, I looked on Pinterest. I was like, okay, I'll go to Home Depot and get the drop cloths. Well, my sister-in-law Trin went with me that day, and she's used them before. My other sister-in-law's used them before. I have a friend named Jennifer. She's used those before, but I had never used them. So I was a little bit like confused. So Trin and I went to Home Depot, and she said, these don't look like the kind I've used. They were very gray looking, and I was thinking, oh yeah, no, I already knew. I thought, I don't want to use it. And if it's loud, it's because Vivian's doing language in school. And I've had 2 cups of espresso, so I feel a little bit like shaky. But anyways, so I already thought, I don't want to use those. And she's like, just wait and we'll go to Lowe's. And so we went to Lowe's, and there was a thicker canvas or a thicker drop cloth, and then there's a thinner one. And she's like, this is what I used, and she had used the thinner one. So I grabbed 2 of them. They were $11.98 each. I think they've raised their prices on them, and which is still cheap. I got both panels for, well, I got everything for $50, the hooks and the panels. So anyways, I brought them home. I didn't have my shower curtain up, my rod up yet, so I just kind of put them up, and I instantly knew, okay, yeah, this is what I was thinking in my head. So I was right on the drop cloth. Now I just needed help with like figuring them out. So I got on Pinterest and was like, I know this sounds silly, but honestly, it just seemed kind of confusing to me. Like, do you cut them? Do you sew them? You know, how do you fold them over to get the little valance on them, or do you have them sewed to get the valance? I didn't know what to do. So I called my other sister-in-law, and she has them in her house right now. So she came over and she helped me figure them out. It was super easy. I had already had a curtain that was the perfect length and width that I wanted. So I didn't video this because it was late at night, and I was tired. But we stretched it out, put the other curtain on top of it, and then we just cut up one side and folded it over, clipped the little clips on, and there was my shower curtain. So easy. So cheap and so beautiful. So like raw looking. I love it. I literally love it. Because I knew the shower curtain would either make or break the bathroom because it's such a big statement piece in the bathroom. So I'm going to show you how my sister-in-law showed me how to do it. Very easy. What happened is we went ahead and did them, hooked the rings to it, and then when I hung it to see if, to get a good view of it, one of the valances was shorter, about this much than the other one, and I didn't notice it till the next day because I was just looking at it and kind of gauging it, and so I had to take them down and fix one of the valances to make it even with the other one. So I thought perfect to show you guys how to do a drop cloth curtain if you don't know how. If you're like me, I was a little confused on the whole thing. I'm sure you probably already know how to do them. Maybe I'm behind on times, but super easy. So let's get to that and I'll show you how I did it. Okay, I'm standing on the shower curtain, but all right. This is the rings, and I painted these gold. These come in a bronze from Home Depot, Lowe's, and I just spray painted them gold. And I bought a gold, that's paint on me now. I bought a gold shower rod from Amazon. Beautiful, super cheap, made really nice. So I'm gonna show you. So you just take it, stretch it out to the length you want. I have mine all the way out. And I am literally gonna just pull it. Okay, so I'm taking it and just literally pulling it over. Sorry about the laundry behind me. To the desired valance that I want. It's that simple. Then you just take your clips. I was so surprised how easy this was when my sister-in-law helped me. Clip it on. There you go. And I just kind of space them out to kind of an even look. It really don't matter, honestly, because once it's all together and kind of pushed together, it's fine. In fact, I like this look so much, I'm going to be doing it in my actual living room behind me. You can see I'm taking all those down. And just kind of clip it together. Give or take. Yep, somewhere about there. And if you feel like it's too far apart, just fix it really quick. I didn't sew these, I didn't do anything. I literally just cut it to the desired width. And there we go. Now you have a valance and your hooks are on. All right, I'm going to hang the shower curtain and we'll see what it does for in here. Now that we got the shower curtain up, let's decorate these shelves. And these shelves were a total of $40 to make, and Titus cut them, I stained them, and he hung the brackets. And now I get to do the fun part of decorating. This bathroom is so small, so I'm having a challenging time filming in here, decorating, or just doing anything because it's a tiny bathroom. Very, very tiny. I'm keeping it really simple and kind of just fresh. Everything in this bathroom is vintage besides like the light, the faucet. The curtains aren't vintage, but they look vintage. But all my decorations are vintage. The vanity's vintage. The mirror is vintage. I got at an estate sale. So I would say all the decor is vintage. I have a Creeping Charlie my friend gave me, and he's in a really aged terracotta pot, which I love. So I'm keeping a paper towel underneath him so when I water, but you can't tell when you walk in here. So I'm gonna put that here and just set him and kind of turn him. I hope he makes it. We'll see, but he looks really cute up here. I have this vintage actual ironstone. It's real English ironstone, made by Adams and Sons, and it's made in England. And I paid like $140 for him. He's stunning. He's like super old, super cute. I don't know if you can tell the crazed look on him. And these are from the 60s, but that's considered vintage now because it's 40 years old. They're a green and an amber color, so I'm going to set those. The green one first because the main wall is green. I have another actual little type fern. He's real, and he's in an aged terracotta pot, and I love. And I have a paper towel underneath him, so when I water, he won't, run on the wood. I'm going to turn him to where he's kind of just off-centered. And like I said, I hope these plants survive. I'm hoping with like the steam of the bathtub and everything, they'll survive. And you can kind of see him, this paper towel, but that's okay. When I find something that's like copper looking and old, I'll just put that underneath there. I'm not too worried about that. I staggered the two plants opposite of each other. So when you walk in, the plant's here, which catches your eye, and then this plant catches your eye. and they're both real. So I love this really simple look on the shelves. I think it's gorgeous. Everything is vintage on here. The plants are real, so this whole setup is vintage, and I just really, really like it. I'm not putting anything here because when the door's open, you can't see anything, so all you see is the shelf, so nothing's going here. When I had Titus cut the shelving for me, I had him cut a piece of board to go on top of the toilet lid. So this is the same length as the toilet lid. I'm really odd about fabric or anything in the bathroom, especially because of the flushing of the toilet. Titus told me one time that when you flush a toilet, it goes 6-foot radius. So ever since then, I'm like, ugh. When I go into public restrooms, I'm just cringing when there's no toilet lids. But anyway, this is wood here. And like I said, he matches the shelving behind me. You guys, this is probably my favorite thing in the bathroom. I don't know why. When I bought this is before I had the shiplap on the wall, and I knew I wanted green shiplap, but when I bought this, I had no idea he was going to pair so nicely with the green that I would choose. So, I'm going to set him here. He's vintage, and I paid only $22 for him. And he's a little bit taller on one side, so I'm putting the taller end this way, so when you walk in, the taller end's facing that way. I have these vintage books. This one I paid quite a lot for. I thought he was $22. Love him. This is The Prairie Child. It's just an old green book with really thick pages. This is The Hidden Hand, and the pages are really thick. I like this one. And this is just a green little book that I really, really like. So, the other night I was like, what could I put on the back of my toilet that is going to look simple and clean and pretty? And then I thought, oh, I could put old books in that basket for like reading material in the bathroom, you know? I love it. I think this is my favorite part of the bathrooms. And I'm moving this far enough away to where it's actually not hitting the shower curtain. I'm weird about things like that. But so he's not hitting the shower curtain at all. And then I just taken this little vintage candlestick that I bought at, oh! I added some twine to him because I feel like he pulls in the linen curtains behind me. Just really simple. This is the very edge of my vanity that I redid. He actually had a mirror that I took off, just added my own vintage mirror. I have this little sign here and I painted him cream. This was really white, so I painted him the cream of the walls to match. And I put him there, and then I ordered this, and I had Titus put it there. That way when you're going to the bathroom, you have your toilet paper holder and a nice reminder to wash your hands. I bought this little basket that's super cute. Love the handles, and it's very small. Fits perfect here. I'm using it as a little garbage can. This is a vintage vanity, you guys. And I wanted the wheels to look old. I spray painted them black. And they are old, but I didn't want them so bright gold. So I spray painted them black when I did the black. Then after I distressed it, I put gold spray paint on, and then, you know, when you roll this around and you bring it in here, it turned it kind of, you see the black coming through, so they're not a very bright gold. They look perfect. So that's just a little bit of spray paint on these vintage wheels to kind of give them a little pop. A friend gave me this, like I said in the last video. I just painted him black, distressed him, added some stain on, glued these knobs on, and it turned out adorable. This is a real little fern. And I put him on a vintage little copper tray. And I set him right there on the edge of the sink because he just really pops right here, you guys. He looks so nice there. I bought this little tiny green vintage, tiny pitcher. I'm gonna set him right there because I'm gonna actually use him to water these real plants that I have in the bathroom. I stopped and made myself a cup of coffee really quick. And then I take my Bath & Body Works lids, and I don't like silver in my house, and most of their lids come in silver. So I just took it outside and spray painted it. And I still have a little paint in my nails and stuff, but that's okay. For this wall right here, I got a vintage, I'll show them to you really quick. Vintage little silhouette frames, and I paid $19 each for these, and I got on eBay, and I got these for $12 for both. Aren't they cute? I love these. So when Titus was painting, and you know, I was hesitant on the green, and then I was thinking like, oh, maybe I should have, because my sister Carrie wanted me to do green, cream shiplap green walls, and I had this version in my head, so I just stuck with it, and now I'm glad I did. Not that the other way would have been bad, but I thought I need something black against this wall. So I thought, ooh, silhouettes. I wanted silhouettes on the wall, and it looks so pretty, this little collage on this cream wall with the black and the cream and then the gold etching on the frames. Perfect. And some of the nails show, like on these right here, the nails are going to show because they're going to go through the hook. I just spray painted those nails gold too. Yeah. These ones right here are literally, my hand is bigger than them, and then this is about the size of my hand, so they're really small. They appear bigger, and on video it looks like this picture is hidden, but in person it's totally seen. So love this. I'm gonna add, I wanted to tell you guys how much we spent on this bathroom makeover, and it wasn't that much money because obviously we did the work, but we spent about right under $500 for the shiplap. The shiplap was like $137 for the wall, and then Titus had that cut and nailed and painted in one day. Actually, he had everything hung and painted in one day. So really easy. We did our ceiling stained, and we plan on doing 2 more rooms like that. It's really, really easy, especially if you know how to cut precise. You just cut it, and then it clicks in place, and then you just nail it. We have a nail gun. And so yeah, really cheap. We spent about $500, right under $500. So I'm not counting some of the decoration that I bought, because I can obviously take these decorations and put them in my bedroom. So it wasn't that much, especially if you do the work yourself and just know what you want in your whatever project you're doing, bathroom, whatever it is. And yeah. It was so much fun. I really, really enjoyed doing this. It turned out better than I thought. I was like, when he first painted, I was like, oh, I picked the wrong green. I was just like, oh, I picked the wrong green. But I'm telling you, it's better than I thought. So next project is the girls' bedroom. So anyways, I have one more little wall to decorate, so let's get that hung. And then I'll show you the full version of the bathroom. This little tin I got for $1 at Habitat for Humanity thrift store, And I really liked it because it almost has a colonial look to it. So this was only $1. Since he's old, he kind of wants to fall in on this side right here so it's not actually even. So I just take a piece of tissue paper and wedge it. There you go. Perfect.